Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Lee Marie and I really like to make content to help people go into the right direction, whatever direction that is in life. I really like to share my own experiences and insights on things that we all go through, feelings that we all feel, and yeah, welcome. If you've seen my videos before, then welcome back. It's been quite some time since I last posted a video on YouTube, but because of the type of content that I do want to put into the world, I feel like it's important that, you know, I'm putting out things that are meaningful. I don't just want to make a video just for the sake of it. I only like to make content when I feel called to, and I feel called to put this message out there. So welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today's video is going to be about struggles, about why do we have so much suffering in our own lives, and what can we do and what techniques can we use to move forwards and to use that suffering and to use those moments of struggle to, you know, go into the new chapter of your life, to make yourself into a better human being, to spread light and love with others. And I'm going to answer the question of why do we face so much suffering as human beings? Now, obviously everyone has their own take and their own beliefs, but this is genuinely what I believe and also what I have learned, you know, reading books about like Buddhism and the Tao, and really just, you know, experimenting and learning and reading about different cultures and, you know, how they deal with difficulties in life, different religions. And I think it's really interesting that we always seem to feel like life is out to get us, right? It's very easy to have a victim mindset. It's very easy to think that you are so unlucky, that life is a burden that was given to you instead of a blessing that was given to you. And I just want to remind you, the fact that you are here, the fact that we are experiencing this life and this reality is a miracle. You are a miracle. And although life can feel very challenging at times, it's the yin and the yang. You know, there's two sides of the coin. You have the hard part of life and the easy part of life. You have the light moments, the dark moments, you have the sunshine and you have the rain, and they're counterparts of each other. Without one, we can't have the other. So, you know, if you were constantly happy all the time, you would have nothing to like compare it to understand if you're happy or not. You know, that would be content. To feel content all the time is to feel pleased and, you know, comfortable, I guess, with where you are. And you know, to experience happiness, it's when something happens to you that makes you kind of like go that little bit higher because you've just been down here. You know, I think it's really important to have two sides of that coin. But the reason as to why we struggle so much is, I think, because we do 9 times out of 10 kind of go around with the mindset of like, everyone's out to get me. And we hold on to things, situations, people, objects, whatever it is that you hold on to. If it is no longer in your life or something changes and it's not the way that it once was, that can cause suffering because we're holding on to something and we expect that to kind of be like the root and the cause of our happiness. Like, for example, maybe you get a new job and you're really happy, you're really excited, and you have like this idea and this vision, and you've got that unlock on kind of like, okay, I'm happy now. Now that I've got that job, I'm happy now. And you hold on to that. And then all of a sudden, it's like it's slipping through your fingertips and it's not the way that you imagined, or, you know, maybe you're not as happy as you thought the job would make you out to be, or just as time goes on, you're like, well, now I need something else. And then we cause suffering within ourselves because we held on to the idea that that was going to make us happy, when really it only made us happy for a short amount of time. And, you know, now you've kind of got this idea built up in your head that that was going to put you into your perfect life, but you don't feel perfect. Life doesn't feel perfect. There's something missing still. And I feel like we go for so long searching for something to make us feel whole and complete when we are already whole and complete. That, you know, we can seek for something external to us, for something that's not within us, to make us happy and to make us complete, but the more you keep searching, the further away it feels. And the key is to no longer search. You know, like, we're always searching for that something that's gonna give us that perfect life. Like, everyone has a dream, you know. Everyone has a dream that if I win the lottery, or if I meet the love of my life, or if one day I have the perfect body, or the perfect house, or the perfect family, I'll be complete. But you're already complete as you are. And I think this is where a lot of our suffering comes from, because we wish for things to be different, and then even when we do achieve those things, or if we don't achieve those things, but you know, we really held on to them and we really wanted to achieve those things, when things don't turn out the way that you hoped for them to turn out, you get disappointed, you know, and you feel like you've let yourself down. And it's quite a place to be. We've all been there, you know. Life is literally a wave. There's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, and there's going to be moments where you feel like, why me? But you just have to ride that wave. You can't go into your life and continue your life thinking like, screw this. Because from my examples, like from my life experiences, I'm 26, and in my 26 years of life, for a lot of them, and sometimes I still do have this mindset of, why me? You know, something will happen, like, I don't know, you miss your train, or someone doesn't turn up to meet you, or you burn your dinner, literally whatever it is valid. But it's something that, you know, you hoped would turn out right and it turns out wrong, and instantly it's victim mindset of like, why did this happen to me? And we have those days, fair enough. 9 times out of 10 you may not think like that. Like, I would say on a scale, I don't really think like that too much, but it's really easy to think like that if you're very, like, you know, low mood, low vibrational. If you're not feeling great, it's really easy to think like that. But if you're on a high, everything's okay. You burn your pizza, that's fine. I'll order a takeaway. But yeah, you know, if you're not feeling too good, and you know, you feel all wrapped up in life and you're just blaming yourself for everything, of course you're gonna feel more suffering, you know. And I think the answer to not feeling so down is just to ride the wave. You know, we can't have ups without downs, downs without ups, and there really are two sides. Really are two sides to everything, and they're counterparts, and it's important to embrace those moments. And when you go down, you can only go up. So, you know, whenever you feel like you're experiencing suffering, maybe the loss of whatever it is in your life, it could be a person, it could be an object, it could be a situation or circumstances, wherever there is change in your life, you have to not be so attached, because attachment is what causes, you know, it's what causes difficulties. If you're attached to something, you know, we come into this lives kind of on our own, you know, as a being, and you will leave it on your own. I kind of disagree and agree with that, because obviously there was creation that brought you into the world, and when you leave the world there will be something there waiting for you as well, which is what I believe. But my point is, it's always you versus you, always. So, you know, if you feel you know, if you're experiencing something that is a loss, just remember that that's a part of life. You know, we can't go through this human existence and this human experience without losing something or someone. And it's okay to feel sad about things. It's so okay to feel sad about things. It's okay to feel sad that something didn't work out the way that you thought it would, or that you lost someone you thought you would never lose, or, you know, circumstances have just gone the way that you didn't want them to. But this is part of the human experience, you know. To be a human is to feel things on a really really heavy scale, you know, but that's okay. That's okay. It's our egos that tell us that it's not okay. Our ego was there and put in place and created to wrap us in wool, or to put us in a box to make us feel safe. We are conditioned to try and make ourselves always feel safe and okay, And if we have to tell ourselves that life is happening to us, not for us, if that makes us feel safe, then so be it. But I think what really and truly would help us step into the highest version of ourselves and into a better chapter in our lives and the right step moving forwards is to generally tell yourself, like, life is happening for me. I'm the creator, you know, because all that exists is right now. You know, there's the past, the present and the future, but you will always be in the present unless you're thinking of the future and you're thinking of the past. That's not healthy for you. But if you are thinking, you know, you want to change something in your life, and maybe you're a smoker and you don't want to be a smoker anymore, you have to convince yourself, like, I am no longer a smoker. Smoking does not serve me. You know, I take care of my body. I admire my health. You know, there are some affirmations that you can do to, you know, write that into existence and to script that new life that you want. I can go into this into a different video, but I think it's so important to realize that now is what's existing, and you are manifesting so much for yourself that you don't even realize. You can manifest bad. People don't like to speak about this, but you can manifest bad, you can manifest good. You know, and I think what's really important is to talk to yourself with love and kindness, talk to others with love and kindness. You know, we're human, so sometimes we may mess up on that, but what's important is forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, not holding on to resentment. And these are all keys of, you know, how to move past suffering. And yeah, it's important that you love yourself. It's important that you love yourself and others out loud, and that you allow yourself to feel things. And I always say this, if you do not allow yourself to feel what you are feeling, you will cause resistance to healing. And it's big facts. So allow yourself to feel the suffering that you're feeling, but tell yourself that this is not your permanent situation. Life works out for you. Life is working out for you. Life is happening for you. You are not your circumstances. You are not the things that you lose. You are not the situations that you go through. You are not the hurt that you are feeling. You are, you know, you're a magical source of light, and you know, life is very beautiful. And people may call you mad for thinking that life is beautiful. People think that you're crazy if you believe that you create your own luck and that you are the creator of your life. But genuinely, who gets you out of bed and who makes the choices that you make on a day-to-day basis? It's yourself. Who decides to wake up and smoke a cigarette rather than wake up and go for a run? That's you. Only you can make positive change in your life. You can take inspiration from others, and you can take you can take inspiration and motivation from other bits and bobs that are happening in your life, but you have the remote and you have the control to change your life and to make better in your life. So if you are struggling and you are suffering, just realize that that's okay. You know, we can't hold on to things. The more we hold on to things, it can cause illness, it can make us unwell. Remember that energy cannot be stagnant. It needs to move, meaning that if you feel a certain way, shake it off, you know. But remember, you are worthy, abundant, magnetic, authentic. The light you see in others exists in you. And thank you for watching my video. If you made it this far, you are like part of the 1% or 5% of people that do want to make positive change in their lives and do want to make positive change in the universe. So yeah, I love you, love yourself, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.